great guest, and you know how we always do. Now, this time I got a health and wellness coach, and she's going to be telling you about her beautiful journey. But first and foremost, man, KP, what's happening, baby? What's going on?
What it do? What it do, Twright? How are you?
Nothing much, baby. Now, I know for a fact, but we're going to get into our guest real quick. Now, this lady right here, she has got a lot going on. She's a former trainer. Miss Deblair Tate, what's up, girl?
You got it. What's going on? Kendra?
I'm just the sound effects girl today.
You the sound effects girl?
I love it.
Well, we're gonna tell BMI to go ahead and get them checks. Let's go.
Right. Okay.
Now, for all those listeners out there who may not know who you are yet, but we already know your Instagram be popping, girl. But let them know. So get them a little small backstory. So how did you first get into fitness side of life first? So give that part of where you come from and get into that real quick.
So I'm from Mississippi, where fitness is not a huge topic. So I transitioned into health and fitness like later on when I moved to Atlanta. I've always been athletic, so I've always worked out because I played sports in school, even up and through college. And when I moved to Atlanta, I just needed a job, honestly, because health and wellness was never a journey for me. It just kind of happened. So I worked at a gym, and at the gym is where I met my trainer. And, he asked me for about fitness competitions. So it started with me doing fitness competitions, and then it transitioned into me being a personal trainer because people were asking me all the time, do you train? And I didn't at the time. So I ended up getting my certification, and it was downhill from there.
That's what's up. Especially, this day and age, like you said, coming from Mississippi, we all from the South. I'm just gonna put it out there. Everybody already know
butter. We like butter. We like sugar. We put sugar in everything. Oh, I'm sorry.
We fry everything. We're
fried. What? You want some fried green beans?
Put hot sauce on everything.
Hot
sauce, ketchup.
Hot sauce. Listen, what? Not no sugar-free ketchup either. The regular Hunt.
Is there sugar-free ketchup?
There actually is. I only know that because I am on my own health and wellness journey. I had weight loss surgery a month ago in 2 days. And so, everything comes sugar-free now. Wow. I don't necessarily, I ain't gonna tell you that it tastes good. Now, that'd be a lie. But it's out there. It's still on the shelf, though.
The taste is subjective. It tastes different to you because your taste buds has not adjusted to it. But if you eat it enough, it'll be good to you.
Well, I will say that
my taste buds said that's nasty. That's what it said.
Oh, Twright. I will say that, they say that when you have weight loss surgery, your taste buds change. And mine actually changed instantly because pre-surgery, I had, you're on no sugar for the month before. And I was drinking Gatorade Zeros and they were disgusting. I had to put the zero sugar Country Time lemonade in it to make it taste like something that I would actually drink. But now I actually enjoy Gatorade Zero. So your taste buds do change post-op. But that sugar-free ketchup still can do it. I didn't like it. I don't like it. My new taste buds don't like it. My old taste buds don't like it. We don't like it. We just won't have no ketchup if I got to eat it sugar-free. Sorry.
I just don't think that would taste great anyway.
I think she just snapped.
I'm not eating it. No. But yeah, absolutely. So with your weight loss, not necessarily weight loss, you've always been in health and fitness, and you said you did fitness competition. So like the fitness pageant type.
It's not a pageant, it's a competition. So you pretty much, you diet and just, you sculpture your body basically by dieting, working out, you have to do certain poses. It's depending on your body, it's about, some people can do it in 12 weeks. Some people do 16. It just depends on where you are. And it's high intense training. It's not for the faint at heart. It's very, very high intense training.
Wow.
Yeah, they be having muscles. I be seeing the muscles. They be muscled.
Mm-hmm. So what's the mindset going into a competition then? Because I've always wondered about that.
You have to have a strong mindset because you are challenged in more ways than one, mentally challenged, because when you are deprived of certain things, it bothers you And with you being like carb depleted or something like that, it can mess with you mentally too. Your social life is pretty much non-existent because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. So you are challenged in 10,000 different ways. You know, you have to be disciplined because you can't miss workouts, you can't skip meals, you have to go to these coaching sessions, you have to, you know, be able to train. And then you have to be ready when you get on stage and present all of this that you've done for all this time, because there's no sense in you pretty much training all these months and then you go on stage and you don't present. So all of that goes into play. So it's a lot. You trying to do a show, Twright?
Nah.
Nah.
No. I mean,
I'll
I'm saying
bet.
right now. I mean, I'm my physique is better than it was a year ago, but no. I was just always like, for me, being, you know, I won't say ex-athlete, but an ex-football player and all that stuff, and playing sports in high school and part of college, and being, you know, prior military as well. I always saw a lot of the guys that got into physical fitness, like trainers wise, that served in the military, they end up going into that side of life as well. Those who don't just love to drink kegs and get a keg in the military, but they get into but they get into that lifestyle, and then I always just wonder like their mindset, because even, you know, if you're deployed or your mindset's, you know, military wise, you have to have a different mindset. So I always wonder, like, that's a different mind when you start applying yourself with food and stuff like that. So I was just always like, I'm not at the strong. No, I'm not there.
I wouldn't say it's depriving though. I wouldn't call it depriving. I would just say making different choices, because you have to understand your purpose and your why, like why you're doing what you're doing. So if you think of it as depriving, you're gonna go into it failing like from the rip. You have to have a particular type of mindset. You have to think about why you're doing it, and it's not as bad. You train in your mind like that. Doing fitness competition changed my entire life. My whole lifestyle is different now because of the discipline that I gained from doing that. I thought being in the military was hard, but I eat. When I tell you, like, I might be a small person, but I eat you out of a house and home. So it was kind of different for me not to be able to select what I wanted all the time, but it showed me that I was in control.
Yeah, it's definitely a different level of self-control, to be able to do things like that. So go ahead with your next question.
So I mean, so here's the thing. So you're from Mississippi. You know for a fact health and wellness is not big in that, you know, in that area. You finally get into it because you're looking to, you know, to be self-sustained and being employed in something. And at that time, you're being, you know, doing stuff as a trainer in the gym. How did you transition of saying that you was going to be a trainer to becoming an actual health and wellness coach? Because that mindset had to decide, I can coach these people to do more than just getting their body right. Because now the nutrition side is coming into it. How did you get to that point?
So that happened accidentally too, but accidentally in a way, because throughout the whole time, when you start, I don't know if you guys ever had a trainer, but you become close with your trainer and life happens. So while we were having sessions, no matter what type of mood they were in, I knew it, whether they were having problems with their children, whether they were going through divorces, whether they were not happy with what they saw in the mirror and they were just kind of depressed and didn't love themselves. They wanted to become something that they saw on social media. So I was able to kind of like see all of that. And I was able to have a conversation with them in regards to it. So I'm constantly, you know, talking to them, coaching them, giving them guidance. So I never realized I was a coach long before I coined the term coach, because I was doing it from the jump, you know. And then on the flip side, my mental health was being impacted because I was sacrificing so much to just invest in everybody else that I was forgetting about investing in myself. So I was training from like sun up to sundown. So I was sacrificing going to the kids' games, family events, friends' birthday events, things that were important. I wanted to just try to, you know, still help because I love this field. It became my passion and I didn't even know it. So I wanted to transition into not only like being home and having more free time, but also still staying in the health and wellness field. So I just became a health and wellness coach. And with that, it encompasses everything that I wanted to do. And I'm able to help more people across the world because, technology is real, we're all in different parts and we're on here virtually. So it allowed me to be more in tune, have more time to, select when I can assist these people. And I didn't have to go into a gym to help them because shoot, people don't really like going into the gym anyway because of time. And so it allowed them to do it on their own time. And I was able to just attack that mental part by having those in-depth conversations, which are more important to me than anything, because there is no health without mental health.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely. It definitely always starts with the mind, and being able to know why you're doing it to begin with, and to know what the goal is and why you're there. So salute you there. Now, we also heard a little birdie had told us that you're also an author or about to be an author or a pending author. So give us a little background on what you're writing about, girl, because I want to know. I'm nosy.
Yes, I am so excited. I don't get excited about much. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm just really kind of like cool and mellow all the time. But I am excited to say that I am a published author. I am. So, yep, my book launches. I'm in pre-launch now, so people can actually pre-order the book now. The book launches in a couple of weeks, June 1st. So the title, I don't know if I can curse on this platform, so I won't. Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. The title of my book is Resilient as Fuck. And
come on, Resilient AF.
Yes, so Resilient AF, and it's amazing. It basically it channels that mental health part too. So it's basically a life coaching book that talks about things that people are afraid to talk about. I open up and share experiences that I had, talking about racism growing up in Mississippi, talking about just things that I lacked in my life that resulted in how I live my life, the environment that I was around, the company that I keep. So it just basically encompasses everything that can push you forward in life, things that prevent us from moving forward. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it. It's my baby. So I hope you guys get a copy and,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read, indulge and learn and grow. I think that that is one of the most important things in this season is the evolution of the person. So where you start shouldn't be where you end. You should end 100 yards from where you started, or at least 10 feet sometimes, because sometimes it'd be a struggle to move. But just move a couple of inches until to be, and we're gonna celebrate the win. So I'm excited in regards to that, and I definitely will be getting your book because I want to be resilient AF too.
Yes.
Well, and that's Kendra brought up a really good point, and I don't want everybody to get your book as well, because you brought up being very sufficient and talking about it in your book, and with May being Mental Health Month as well, and you talked about it earlier. How does a person's mental health, as you talk about in your book, how does a person's mental health and your health and wellness, how's all that really, combined together? Because a lot of people think when they go to the gym, they're just working on one avenue of their body. And, of course, we both know that that's not 100% true.
No, I have people when you're not in a good space, you can't do anything. I'm military. I've seen a lot of suicides because of mental health issues. And it can be a person that's in the best shape of their lives. So it has nothing to do with the physical. It has nothing to do with you eating right, because that mind is a total different muscle that needs to be trained. And mental health stems from a lot of different things. And us as Blacks, we are so accustomed to being just so strong that we feel like we don't have to deal with anything. We don't need therapy, or we are supposed to be this pillar, the man of the house or the woman of the house. And we forget that we're human too. And sometimes it hits us and we don't even realize that it hits us. And some people, they know they're suffering from depression, or they know they have mental issues, but who's there to help them? You know what I mean? They don't want to let anyone know, or they're ashamed of it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it has nothing to do with the physical at all. It has everything to do with being resilient. And I'll tell you what that means to me. Being resilient means dealing with issues, knowing that life is going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen. Shit's going to happen, period. But it's all about if you stay in that space. Are you going to stay in this space, or are you going to figure out a way to keep it pushing? You know what I mean? And even with the depression part too, sometimes the depression part comes with, there's nothing you can do about it. It's something that happened to you. You know what I mean? So it comes in all shapes, forms, and fashion. So every individual is different. But definitely it doesn't have anything to do with going to the gym or eating right. That's not going to solve it.
I think that's 100% the truth. And even when we look at the state of Black women just this year that have taken their own lives, from Miss USA back in January to the cheerleader from Tennessee State that took her life over the weekend. For it to be 2022, we come from a space growing up where prayer was the answer to everything. Oh, you depressed? The questions were, what you depressed for? You got a house to live in, you got food in it, but what you depressed about? And then now you have no reason to be depressed. Okay, then we just gonna pray about it and we gonna talk to Jesus because Jesus paid it all and he fixed it. But when you get done praying, then what? And that is, and I'm thankful for the evolution of the millennials and for people saying, listen, I'm gonna pray. I love God. You love God. What's wrong with you? Like all of that. But when I get done, I'm gonna go holler at my counselor and I'm gonna make sure she fill that prescription, because if not, I ain't gonna be able to function. And I think that, we've evolved and we're evolving as a society, especially the Black community, to be able to say, hey, I need to get my mind together because it's a lot going on up there. And we have so much purpose and so many things to accomplish. And the only way that we're going to be able to do it is if we have a clear state of mind. And that comes from checking your mental health, making sure that you are getting the help if you need it, reaching out, having these conversations, because, like I said, a lot of, our grandparents and stuff, they ain't never seen nobody psychiatrist. They probably wouldn't even know the psychiatrist number because they didn't believe in that. You just supposed to, what happens in your house stays in your house, and you supposed to tell nobody else what happened, even if it hurts you. And so I'm thankful for the evolution and for these tough conversations that need to be had so that healing can happen, because it's what we need.
And a lot of stuff that you end up doing, like you do workshops and stuff as well. We have a few more minutes. Tell us a little bit about the workshops that you're currently about to start doing as well.
So yes, I actually started doing workshops in my city on Thanksgiving. So I called it like the health and wellness. I forget what the name of it, but I got a little cute, catchy name. And I offered it free, like at my church and things like that. But what I'm doing now, I have a conference coming up. It's a health and wellness. It's a Resilient AF conference, So I'm just trying to give women a platform to be able to know that your voice is important. The things that you're going through is important. We're not minimizing any level of depression or any level of mental health that you have. We want people to have the opportunity to know where the resources are, to know that despite the fact that you feel like no one is there or there's no other way out, like you are loved and people want to see you win. So I'm just trying to be a pillar of voice, because like I said, I was silenced for so long because I'm such a private person and I grew up to just suck it up. You know what I mean? So that was my mentality as well. Even today, I still have to practice basically vocalizing when I'm going through something or when I'm dealing with something, because consider me being military, being the only child, just all of that. I grew up to just take care of myself and handle things on my own. I don't tell people my business. I deal with it. And that's not always the healthiest way to go. So I want people to know that just because I'm in health and wellness and I look like I work out or I eat good or I'm preaching this preach, I want you to know I'm human too. So this is an opportunity for me to be vulnerable in an effort to help the next person.
Let's go. So let everybody know when
the conference. I want to come.
Yeah, like when is the actual conference and
the conference. Yes. Okay. So the conference is September 16th through the 18th. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. The conference will actually go out. So June 1st is the launch day for the book. So whenever you go on June 1st, that's when it will debut the conference. So you'll get the early bird special if you purchase a book. You can purchase the book at www.8figure.com. Pre-order after June 1st. The book will still be on my website, but you can also get it like at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all of those platforms like that.
Okay. Big time.
But
Big
buy
time.
from her website because that's where she makes the most profit at. Oh,
Look at you.
I'm sending them. I'm sending them to you. I'm sending them to go to the website because that's where she get all them coins. So go to
That's
the
where
website.
the money resides. That's where the money resides. But really, I did this.
Sold out. Then go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble. But go to the website first because we need her to get all of the coins for Resilient AF. So
I did the pre-order because I knew most of the people that supported me in the beginning. I thought it was gonna be my friends and family, but come to find out, it's my friends and family in addition to people I do not know. So I really just honestly thought, I was like, okay, it's just gonna be my family and friends in the beginning. So I'll get their order through my site and then sign it. Because my editor was like, you don't want to, get the Amazon bestseller and all that. And I was like, I'm more about building relationships. You know what I mean? All that stuff will come. So if it's meant for me to have that, I'm not chasing titles. I'm not chasing money. I'm just doing what I love, trying to help people. And I was like, all that stuff will come because of how I'm moving. So.
Absolutely.
And you know what?
And you're so genuine. And you're so genuine. And people are drawn to authenticity. So continue that. And I'm gonna get a book. I'm gonna get me a ticket. We got to put that on the calendar, Twright. We got to go to Atlanta in September. Wait a minute. I got to go to Miami in September. When is the conference?
Listen, how about y'all come to my book lunch? I'm having a book lunch party on June 4th.
Okay, I like parties on June 4th. Okay, yeah, we gonna see right. Put it on the calendar. I ain't got nothing to wear right now, but I'm gonna find something. These pounds are falling out. I ain't got no clothes. I ain't got nothing but leggings right now, but I'm gonna find something. We pulling up. Twright, I got some gas money. Come on, you got to drive. You know I don't like Atlanta traffic, but
You just said it because I used to live there. All right, that's all.
You got to drive. I don't do Atlanta traffic.
And you saying that because I do all the red carpets. I got you. I feel you.
I'm gonna put my little cute outfit on. But yeah, Liz. But I think that what you're doing is needed, and it is an honor to talk to you. Twright, you got any more questions for her?
No, I mean, she's such a fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, health and wellness. I'm gonna tell you, I gotta tell you this real quick. So I was going to a gym. I'm gonna keep them remain nameless because I still go to the actual gym. The trainer's not there anymore. But this dude was going in, like he was treating people as if, and I'm prior military and I try to go special forces. So I feel like I understand how to be tough. Nah, not this brother. That's why when you ask me about going to competition, no, my lifestyle is not built for that. No,
You gotta get the right trainer though. It doesn't seem like he was. Some people like that type of push or whatever, but some people
don't yell at me.
Yeah, you gotta meet people where they are. You have to first of all,
he was gonna be meeting a fist and outside. That's what he's gonna be meeting.
I know trainers like that. I know trainers like that just like you. And some people they need that, but some people they'll walk away. Okay, this is my last time.
You gotta talk nice to me, or else I'm be like, you do it. I'm gonna go. All right, son. Well,
I mean, but on the realness, I mean, I took what I already knew as the goals that I wanted, which I was able to start doing those goals and some. So I mean, I didn't stop going to the gym. And I still.
You just fired him as your trainer?
Yeah, he had to go. And of course, I wasn't the only person that felt that way at that gym, so they had to let him go too. So he's training no one at this point now. But at the same time, I mean, I just think it's really, really great, and knowing that like that fresh air and all that. So yeah, so most definitely. So yeah, we'll be good. So Kendra, you know what, baby girl. We're gonna have to take it on out. You're gonna take us on out, but Miss Tate, man, I love the fact that you was able to come on the show. Anything we can do, our hats, anything we can do, let us know 100%.
Absolutely.
Yes, I will for sure. You guys go to my website. I also I have my own clothing brand, so go represent 8 Figure. I design it. I'm the designer of my clothes, so go check out apparel. I have men and women's things, Kendra. So you looking for a new wardrobe? Go to the site.
I've been trying not to buy no clothes. You know, the people say after you have weight loss surgery, you can't really buy clothes like that because they don't fit. But I'm tired of leggings now. I needed some paraphernalia of some sort. So I'm going to the website. What is it? 8figure.com.
.com, 8FIGURED, the number 8 and FIGURED. Yes.
Got it. You guys go to her website, get the book, get a ticket to the conference, get you a t-shirt, and tell a friend, tell a neighbor, because we want to celebrate what she is doing in this season. This has been the dopest 30 minutes of your week with Beyond the Airwaves with Twright and Kendra. You guys have a phenomenal week. We see y'all next week, y'all.
We holla.